With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Hey, what's going on? We are back in the saddle. Haven't been on here since July 30th, I believe. Not cool. But really sick. Almost bedridden for 3 weeks. No food for almost 2 weeks. I went a week with no food. Another week with probably 3 minor meals. So. But I think I'm back. My voice is a little screwed up. But a lot gone on. Markets have rallied like we thought they would. Crypto's had a big gain here since I've been sick. So a lot to go over. Appreciate everybody's well wishes. No doubt. So without further ado, let's look at a lot to go over. First of all, let's look at some quick Elliott wave off this morning's low, because it looks like we've had 5 waves up in the green and an ABC irregular flat, which put in the low at what, about 4:30 this morning, Central Standard Time. At 47,100 or so for the bull case short term looks important. Don't really want to see that taken out. We've had a good rally off of that today. With really, I don't really see any reason. So rallies came in right where we needed it. We got alts coming in pretty good. So pretty happy with everything. Let's start going over, I'm going to keep it crypto at the moment. We are going to talk about stocks. I still think they're intertwined a little bit. So let's look at Bitcoin USD. This is kind of the Wyckoff markings. We had the distribution top left that everybody talked about. I was talking about Wyckoff reaccumulation down there at the 28.5, 31,000 kind of trading range we was in. Because of that is because volume, as you can see, 3 up from the bottom. Arrow was showing volume hitting new lows while price held. That was showing somebody was trying to accumulate. That gave us some markings of selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test, spring, and then a test of that spring. You can see I'm on almost no volume on that test. Nobody wanted to sell down there at 29.8. Then we had a nice rally, sign of strength up to resistance, a pullback for last point of support, and then we jumped that resistance at 42, 43,000. We've continued higher. So let's look at Bitcoin Bitfinex. You can see here we had a sell signal coming into that low at the 29.3. We had a buy signal at the low. We had a sell signal that just really took us sideways on the second red circle there at the top. Really took us sideways. And then we did have just reached a sell signal 3 days ago. We had said in our patreon.com/learncrypto that we were staying bullish. We was hoping for a pullback for a few days with the technometer, a chance to reset from 50 back down something closer to 42. So we did get a 42 overnight. on the Bitcoin, Bitfinex, Bitcoin USD, Bitcoin USDT technometers. 38's bullish. If we're in a bull market, really, 42 could be bullish. That's what caught this rally here at 38. So if we're really, there's Bitcoin recovery high for the day, 49,150. So if we're really on a bull move here to new highs, things are acting really well. So I don't want to get in the way of that. If we look at our Wyckoff Wave Crypto Index, what's up, Rico? This is our Wyckoff Wave Crypto Index, brings in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, XRP, a few more coins. The green arrows show 40 buy signals, which did catch the low. Again, 2.5 days ago, we did get a 50 reading, but that was with a little bit of volume coming in. So again, if we can take out the highs of 2 days ago, I think it's going to look pretty good here on the charts. So again, staying bullish, trying to take all that we can out of that 31,820 buy. Let's look at Ethereum USD. Appreciate it, Shinobi. Tokens. Here's Ethereum. You can see here, I wanted to show this lower right green circle. Overnight, we was the most oversold we've been in since that 1700 low, July 27th, which was the low. So pretty interesting. Technometers backed off that much as we're up here at 32.48 now. So again, I like that action for the bullish count. Let's look at, while we're here, let's look at Ethereum. Here's what could be the triangle, which ended the fourth wave down there on that third look at 1700. That would mean we've done a wave one off the low. Maybe we've completed a wave two already and another little one too. That Elliott wave labeling is huge bullish, meaning we're going to new all-time highs. So that's something definitely to watch. If we look at, this was our Bitcoin large red wave 4 triangle. We were showing a rally up to, what was it? We were showing maybe a rally up to 48,000 or so. It looks like even if this is a sideways for a few more months, I would expect maybe another rally here above at 50,600. And if that starts to fail, then we still could be in this triangle. That was my preferred count, but as we rallied here the last 3 weeks, I had stayed bullish because that rally just looked too good. So I'm kind of pushing maybe this one to the side and maybe make this the preferred count, which shows the wave 4 already ended. So on the off the white wave 3, ABC down, ABC up, and then 5 waves down into that white wave 4. Or on the other chart, it was the red wave 4. But that would show that we did a 1-2, and we're working on this wave 3 higher. We're going to new highs, probably going to 76,000 to 100,000. So don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. But that this is probably more my preferred count now, especially if we can continue today's rally. The bearish count, which is losing any validity every day, still would say that we had the ending diagonal for the wave 3, 5 waves down, A, B, C, up into the highs up here, 50,500. Again, our technometer did go to a sell for a few hours. So if 47,100 gives away, 40, 4,000 gives away, then possibly this is still an account. I can't see this with all the adoption, with what looks like stocks, still easy money. Bitcoin rallying out of the hole with a shitload of FUD. Left everybody behind, I believe. A lot of people is looking for Wyckoff distribution to take us lower. That didn't happen. So I think we have left everybody behind, and that means we're headed higher. So that would mean, again, on Wyckoff markings, the distribution did give us that breakdown to 28.5, and that was it. This is all reaccumulation because I've showed this the last couple of months. We had the 3-year accumulation phase. From this last point of support, around 10,000, we had to run to 64. A 50% retracement of that, which is what Wyckoff looks for, was down there around that 32.5. That's why we was bullish there. So this accumulation has much higher long-term objectives. That's why you want to buy a 50% retracement down there to that 32.5, and we should be able to blow to new highs. So that is my thinking. Staying long Bitcoin. While we're here, we're long Bitcoin, Ethereum. Nix was long from the lows. He has taken profits on 25% of a few different things. ADA is something I talked about. Let's bring up the 30-minute chart there. ADA still looks strong. Band is something still looking strong. BNB at 504, right here at the highs, looking good. For some of my private client group, I do own EOS. All the green flags here is some alts I still own. Some of these NIC are also still on. Matic, SOL has been a big one for us. We talked about that at 30. I talked about that on YouTube various times. Nick grabbed that at 35 and did take a pretty big profit off that. I think it was almost a 90% profit, I believe. Zen, another one that Nick's been on. I liked it as well. I still own that in my alt portfolio, and actually ZRX. All these almost look the same. I don't think they're done. Short term, I mean, if you go back to the beginning of the broadcast, that moved down to 47,100, 4 o'clock in the morning. Could have been it. Short term, I would key off that we're headed higher. Let's talk about, let's go back now and go through stocks real quick. U.S. stocks. Wyckoff wave over the weekend was a little friendly. I think we're still range bound between these red trading ranges. We're at a 48 in the technometer, so a little higher in the Wyckoff wave, and I think that's it. If you go to the Wyckoff wave growth index, that has been helping us trade this very well. We're back to a 50.8 today. This looks like 5 waves down on a bounce. I think the Wyckoff wave growth index, NASDAQ, is going to try the downside again. If we look at SPY, you can see here 51.15 today, back to overbought. Again, I think this uptrend's tiring. Uptrend continues to hold. It held there 5 trading days ago. Again, so unbelievably good action, but I think retail is overinvested. I think we can still try the downside. Here's QQQ. Again, back to 50.77. Today, many of these general market stock indicators that we follow have gotten a little more bearish. TLT, we talked about a pullback because the LP had hit a new high, why price didn't. We had 3 overbought technometers here, the last one being just 5 trading sessions ago. TLT looks lower to me, but again, we got the technometer 42.19. So maybe come back down here, check 145 and a half, 146 again. Ultimately, I think we're still going to head lower on TLT. GDX, I've been short. I did cover that a week ago. Technometer's oversold. I thought we might bounce a little bit, but GDX still looks lower longer term. Here's the dollar. I talked about it. Pulling back here. We've had a 4-day pullback. Technometer is oversold, so I think this could be a bigger ABC off the low in December. That would mean we have a new low coming down there below 24. If that happens, new low dollar has to keep wind behind the sails of the crypto and takes crypto higher. So will be interesting to watch how the dollar acts here in the coming days. Again, we are oversold. If we're really bearish, that oversold reading will not matter. And we'll continue to give it up. Here's Coinbase. This one, I had mentioned that we had a jump across the creek and maybe a backup, not rallying strong. Technometer 48.7. So I think coin will try to work higher, but I never could get a good buy signal on coin, Mara, and some of them. Then lastly, I did take a small loss on IWM short. I've held on for a few weeks. Our last individual stock position, QLYS, we did that 5 trading sessions ago at 109.61. We did trade above 115, a new high for the move. Again here, OP showing major selling coming in since March, price holding, an oversold technometer actually 5 days ago. It did jump off of that oversold. We are overbought, so I am going to use a stop near break even, but let's see if this one can continue higher. But again, general markets on the stock look like they still need a rest, I think. So QLYS might take a rest as well. We'll watch that one. Again, on the DXY on the dollar, if that is a big ABC off the low since December, if we head to new lows, that's got to keep crypto firm. So would like to see that. So we'll monitor that closely. XTZ, Tezos, let's look at that one real quick. That one has been acting much better. 22% today. Rock and roll on that. Shout out to anybody that's held that through all the crap. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Made the low down there at 210. Hopefully with me being bullish, Nick and I being bullish, everybody stay with their longs, and really we've not given hardly any sells, so it looks higher. Theta USD made a low down there at 350, 360. A little slower here since the August 5th. So not as strong as it could be, but I'd probably trail a stop. But I think, I'd stay long Theta. There's Nick saying sold SOL at 67.70 for a 99% gain. That was a big one for us. That was a sell at 68. Again, I'm still long a little bit of that myself, but we're right around where Nick had sold some, so all good. Ludwig, let me give you a wrench. Doji, I mentioned down there 20 cents, so you could probably be long. Not one that I like, not one that I own, but we have had a run from 20 to 30, so 50% gainer. I would think that one, again, will catch itself. Probably work higher, but be careful with that. Fourth, We'll look at that here real quick. Up a measly 24% today. You could be right. Accumulation could be complete there. I would be along that and trail sell stops. That one could rock and roll. CTSI. Up over 5% today. Nice green bar back there on August 9th and 10th. I think I would like that for higher. Looks like a pork blaster up here, or a continuation pattern. Should look good. WAN USDT. Again, that could have been the wave 4 ending down there at 43 cents. Nice solid rally. Volume coming back in. I would think WAN's going higher. Let me run a disclaimer here to keep my regulators happy. This is not individual investment advice. Do your own research.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns. Thank you.
All right, here's AMP. Chart's a little different. I don't like that it's been so slow here in August, but holding its low, so not much to add there. HNT, USDT, new highs for the move. Looks like a wave forward triangle ended like Ethereum, some of these did, so that one looks higher to me. CHR, only up 16% today. Same thing. All these, I think, charts still look higher. Again, for anybody late, 47,100 would make me not happy short term. So you can keep that in mind if you want. Head Magister, HNT, USD, 2% today at the highs. Triangle completed. That one looks higher. What up, Bob? Storage up 2%. Not quite as strong after a pretty big pullback from 4 down to 52. But a nice rally off the lows from that July 19th. So I would think still higher, but not my favorite. VET USD up almost 6%. I like that chart still. I would think higher. Maybe on some of these, it looks like we're doing a triangle up here since August 16th. So again, maybe we get a quick dash higher here on some of these coins, and then we finally get a few week pullback. Could I count some doji waves? I don't know about that one. I've not paid attention enough. Again, I would think that low at the 16-cent low is good. We're trying to work higher. That was probably a fourth wave. And new highs coming. But again, be careful on Dogecoin. I do not trade that one. I did trade some for clients and sold 45 cents, I think it was, mostly. I talked about that live on YouTube, but not one that I own nor trade really. But definitely, if I'm bullish or bearish, you could trade Doji off my calls, I'm sure. I just think there's some probably a little safer. Here's Solve USD, up just a hair today. Go back to the 4-hour. Again, one of those with a major pullback off the highs, but I would still expect higher there. Again, most of these all look the same. So that is really about what I've got for today. I might be losing my voice here. So I'm going to try to stay live here moving forward, try and keep my strength up. If you want to check Nick and I live, patreon.com/learncrypto. If you want to learn anything about Wyckoff, wyckoffsmi.com. The original institute started by Mr. Wyckoff. If you want to learn any, that's where you want to be. Learncrypto.io. We've got a cheaper Wyckoff crypto course there. Do your thing, Mohammed. So I'm going to run a couple commercials to keep the lights on. And try to be here tomorrow at 2 o'clock if there's anything to report. Thank you and good trading.
Are you intrigued by cryptocurrency, but just aren't sure how you can get started investing? Maybe you are simply too busy to trade your own cryptocurrency account since it is 365 24/7. Don't hold back any longer. With LearnCrypto.io, you can have a seasoned professional show you how. Todd W. Butterfield is a leader in trading with numerous real money trading successes to his name over the years. He owns LearnCrypto.io, the original Wyckoff Stock Market Institute, WyckoffSMI.com, as well as the Black Bay Group, a registered investment advisor. He has also created state-of-the-art software, consolidating over 100-plus crypto exchanges volume, as well as his own Wyckoff proprietary indicators. With today's stressful and busy lifestyles, isn't it time you considered having a knowledgeable investor manage your crypto account? In these unprecedented times, it is the perfect season to seriously consider LearnCrypto.io's private client group and add cryptocurrencies to your investment portfolio.
Do you personally invest or trade stocks? Then you'll want to gain access to our private Discord channel. By subscribing to our pro traders at WyckoffSMI.com, you'll receive individual stock suggestions based upon the Wyckoff method, review possible trade setups, as well as receive emails when any trade suggestions are given. But if you're too busy to manage your own stock portfolio, consider our private client group at our registered investment advisor, Black Bay Capital Advisors. You'll get the personal touch while we manage your stock portfolio for you through the trusted custodian, Charles Schwab. For an annual fee, you'll have more time to enjoy life while we focus on growing your portfolio. We'll be on the same side of the table, working to help you secure your long-term financial goals.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations.
This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907 I created the Magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the Magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and create the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff Stock Market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.